is up, YouTube? How you feeling? How you living? What's good? It's your girl Francine. Today it's hopefully Monday, possibly Tuesday. See how long it takes me to edit this video. And it's also 2 weeks since my last video that I said I was going to try to upload a video every week. So whatever it was, I had a very big plan for last week, and it was to do a versus, which was going to be Biggie versus Tupac, right? And I was going to listen to both of their most highly acclaimed albums and then put my thoughts about which one I thought I liked better. That was going to be the video. Then I listened to both of these albums, and that part by itself took like 4 days, okay? Because Tupac's album is like 2 hours. No, 3 hours almost. And then Biggie's album is triggering. We gonna get into that, okay? So I had to take a moment. I also recorded a video. I did a reaction to Adele's new song, but then I looked back at it when I was editing it and realized it was boring as hell. Sometimes I ain't on. You know what I'm saying? I was in a pretty slum mood, and that song did not help, okay? But it was a good song. Long story short, too long didn't read. It's a good song. Of course, it's Adele, okay? But yeah, so that's why I've been kind of boring, because I planned some stuff and then didn't realize how much those plans was gonna take. So even still, I'm not doing a versus, because doing both of those albums in one video would take 3 hours. And y'all ain't gonna sit and watch that. So what we finna do? Alright. Today I'm doing, of course, as the title says, Ready to Die by Biggie and Notorious B.I.G. And then next week I'm doing Tupac, All Eyes on Me, which is apparently 2 albums. I found that out. But we're gonna do it as one, because it is as one. Like, I mean, that's how everybody knows it. So yeah, cause that just took a lot of time, a lot of energy, and I need a little bit of a break, okay? So, with that being said, today we are talking about, like I said, Ready to Die by Biggie, Notorious B.I.G, Biggie Smalls, Big Papa, whatever you want to call him. One of the greatest, who is unfortunately no longer with us, but this album is kind of the pivotal album for him and for hip-hop, for real, because this was like one of the biggest albums, and him and Tupac had one of the biggest beefs in hip-hop. That's why I wanted to do a versus, because this is a lot, okay? And this album, though, of course, I've heard the singles. I've actually never listened to most of the other songs of this album, so this is very much a first time listening for most of these songs. And like I said, it was kind of triggering. Now, there's a lot of y'all say in my comments that I can't be thinking about songs and albums and movies from the 90s in a 2021 mindsets, but that's literally impossible, okay? Because when this album came out in 1994, I was 3. Okay, so my mindset then was just, I want to play with toys. So I'm gonna try to think about it in the headspace that most people were in when this album came out, because of course, unfortunately, like a lot of albums in hip-hop back in the day, a lot of disrespect for women, and some very problematic things. Let's just get into the video, okay? Because we gotta talk about it. But first, if you're new here and you have not seen me before, my name is Francine McQueen. I am the Awkward Black Nerd, and if you have not hit that subscribe button, I'm sure there's plenty of videos up here to let you know that I am worth the time and energy to just hit that one button. It's just one button. Just one. And then if you're near the other button, which is the like button, you can hit that one too. What's up, sister out? I'm just trying to get back to being consistent, and since I haven't been consistent, YouTube has been effing me over in the algorithm. So help a sister out, babe. Help a sister out. So let's get back into the video. Now, did some research, as I do with these album reviews now. Apparently this is the debut album for Biggie. It came out in September 13th, 1994, and it is the only album that has come out since he was alive, because the album that he made after this came out, I think, 16 days after he passed away, which is so sad, because it is a great album as well. I didn't listen to all of it, but I did listen to some of it after listening to this album. Just kind of cleansed my palate from that last song. We getting there. We getting there. And of course, the first song is the intro. The intro is essentially, you know, his mama and his well, his mom is giving birth to him. He's pushing to Superfly, okay? And then you hear his parents going back and forth against each other, saying, oh, he ain't worth nothing, he ain't no good. And then you hear him robbing people on the train. It's essentially kind of a story of his life. He was born, he got kicked out of the house, Then he tried to rob people to get money. Now he here. Now he get money, right? And that is a very reoccurring theme throughout this album of him talking about kind of his life, how he ended up coming from nothing and, you know, being here. Is a big part of the first single he had from this album was Juicy, which is essentially him talking about that. We'll get into that song because the next song we have is Things Done Changed. I really like this song. I really did like this song. It's talking about how the game has changed, how the world has changed, how you can't be out here fighting and doing fist fights and kung fu if you ain't got a Tech 9 or a Mac 10. You finna be out here, my guy.
Smoke G, believe me. Talk slick, you get your neck slick quick. Cause real street niggas ain't having that. Tone text for rep. Smoking blunts in the project always. Shooting dice all day. Waiting for to step up on some fight. We get hyping and start lighting. So step away with your fist fight ways, motherfucker. This ain't back in the days, but you don't hear me though.
Like you can't be. There's no more fist fights no more. We just shoot. We shoot to kill, and that's it. Alright, and that's the whole point of Ready to Die. It's another reoccurring theme about just killing people and also being ready to be killed yourself. That's the point. And there's a reoccurring theme, of course, about how, you know, Biggie ain't afraid of nobody. Like he been about it. And, you know, he was talking about, you know, back in the day, the only way to make money was either you was selling crack rocks or you had a good jump shot. Like that was the only way he was getting out the hood was sports or drugs. Okay. And he decided to go into music, and that's kind of how he got himself out of that game. And one of my favorite lines is, damn, what happens to the summertime cookouts? Every time I turn around, a nigga getting took out. Like, we used to be able to party in the streets and, you know, hang out with each other, and now everybody getting shot. Like, and again, it's 1994. It's the beginning, really, of that gangsta rap stuff. And if you listen to my review of De La Soul and my review of Black Star, it's very continuous theme of like the times done changed. We used to be together, we used to have unity, and now we're just killing everybody. And Big Papa don't seem like he got a problem with it, so he just bought it. Cause next we get into Give Me the Loot. Give Me the Loot, okay? He's just robbing people. Like, it's a reoccurring theme. My guy does not have any problem with robbing people. He will take your jewelry, and he robs women too. He consistently keeps saying that. He don't got no problem robbing anybody.
From the pistol whipping, webs on the neck from the necklace stripping. Then I'm dipping up the block and I'm robbing bitches too. Up the herringbones and bamboos. I wouldn't give a fuck if you pin her. Give me the baby rings and the #1 mom pendant.
All right, but hey, that's the life you bout, and he definitely bout it because he told like he bout it. Like the same thing I said with DMX's album. There's certain people, you know, they really bout that life. He really about that life, yeah. He really about that life. Cause you know, people be talking, they be talking like they about it, but they really not about it. And then we go into Mac Gun Funk, which I looked up this song, and apparently there was a problem with a copyright in this song because the original version is not on his album, because that's the one on Spotify is a 2006 remaster, which does not have the original of this song. Apparently there was a problem with some copyright, even though there's a lot of samples in this song, in this album. This is another heavily sampled album. But yeah, apparently they didn't clear a copyright. Which, come on, Puff. I know you got the money to clear that copyright. Come on, dog. And you know, it starts off the song, "Sticks and stones break my bones, but the gat kill you quicker." Like, again, my guy is shooting people. Like, he bad it. And this song is just a very violent song, but the sample, good. Most of the songs I hear, he's talking about killing people, robbing people, doing all this, and I was like, yo, this sample or this beat, like, yeah, I ain't about that life, but I can rock to this though. Like when I listen to Mobb Deep, if you haven't seen that video, I'm shouting all of them out. The problem was they was going too hard, okay? And that is very much the sound of the first half of this album. It's like some, we are robbing you, we do not care, we will kill you, we do not care. And I was like, thank God the beat is good, because okay. Because next we have Warning. I've heard this song in a club once or twice. This definitely, for some reason, is put on in the clubs, the hood clubs. If you've ever been in one, you've heard this song. I don't know why. Once the Hennessy kicks in, someone wants to play this song. That also has the Isaac Hayes sample that I immediately caught on to, and it's about him being set up. Like his man's hit him up like, yo, these people they about to smoke you for your paper. Damn, they about to smoke you for your paper. Like, And this is just him talking about, hey, you gonna get him back, and then at the end there's a shootout between him and the police, and very much the warning was heard, the warning was heeded, and now he done shot everybody up.
Call the coroner. There's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if my burglar alarm starts ringing. What you think all the guns is for? All-purpose war got the Rockwellers by the door.
But it's a bop though. And then we go to Ready to Die. Funny enough, for this to be the title track, I really like this one. And apparently, because I read in the Genius stuff for this, the beginning of the song, like I said, was very violent. We had Give Me the Loot, we got Ready to Die, we got Machine Gun Funk. All of those are about killing people and robbing people. Like, that is very much a thing. And this apparently was because when he first started, it was in like 1992, he was like rough, like he was going through it, like he was about that hood stuff. Then he was in hiatus because apparently Puff got fired from Uptown and they made Bad Boy. And then once he came back from that little hiatus, he was a little softer. He made the more like radio friendly songs like Big Papa and Juicy and One More Chance. Like, it was when he kind of stopped doing all the I'm a rob and kill 'em up. Which, like I said, I don't hate that, but also I get down with the more radio friendly bops. But those ones, like I said, things don't change. I really like that song actually. Warning, heard it before, like that song. Ready to Die wasn't a favorite. But hey, it was essentially like he does not care if he dies or lives. And that is also a very reoccurring theme in this album. Like I said, there is a very triggering song at the end of this album. So if you have depression, viewer discretion is advised. I'm gonna not talk about it that much, but if you listening to this album for the first time, just skip that one. We getting there, but just skip that one. This one is a precursor for that one, of him just being like, yo, I'm alright if I die. Like, if I die, cool. If I don't, I'ma shoot you. So so then next we have One More Chance, which this is not the version that everyone hears. It's not the Biggie, give me one more chance. It's not that one, okay? It is, apparently that is a remix. Again, this is why I'm listening to these albums for the first time, so I can find out things like that, you know, right now. Because again, when this song came out, I was 3. Like, I was a child. But yeah, this one actually, I like this one too. And in the beginning, it starts off with all these girls calling him, you know, saying, you know, oh, why you ain't hit me up? Why you ain't hit me up? Where you been at? And it's essentially him talking about how all the girls want him and they just want to use him for his money.
Skinny or fat or light skinned, the black baby, I drop these. Monique my me screaming, I poppy. I love it when they call me Big Pop, but I only smoke blunts if they roll prop. But look, I got you caught up with the drunk flow. Fuck taekwondo, I told a fofo.
And like I wrote in my notes, no matter how nasty the song is, the rhymes are still fire. They are. Like, he can still rap, he can still spit. Even though I may not 100% want to hear what he's saying, he can still spit. So, can't get mad at you. Then this F With Me, or F Me interlude is just a him and apparently Lil' Kim having sex, which, okay. Then we get into The What, which is a feature with Method Man, M.E.C.H.O.D. Man, we've already been there, we've already done that. You already saw the Wu-Tang video, and I'm a huge fan. And this song is a bop. Of course, we got 2 great lyricists who are coming in with the rhymes, and it's gonna be a hit. Like, it's gonna be a hit.
Man, I'm a method man, baby, accept it, utmost respected.
Assume the position.
Stop, look, and listen. I spit on your grave, then I grab my Charles Dickens.
Welcome
Bitch.
to my center. Honey's feeling deep in their placenta. Cold as the pole in the winter.
And you know, it's just a chill song, it's a chill beat, and they both spit over it, so definitely we'll be listening to this one again. It's definitely getting added to the playlist. Of course, next we have Juicy, which, like I said, is kind of the story of, you know, birthdays were the worst days, now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Like, this is the come up. He came from nothing, eating sardines for dinner, his mama ain't give him no money. That's another reoccurring theme, how he talks so badly about his mama. Jesus. But hey, I don't know their relationship. I don't know. It seemed like it wasn't great. But you know, he talks about how he came from nothing and got to where he is, and he worked hard for it. So hey, you can't be mad at it. And then next we have the everyday struggle, which is about the day in the life of a drug dealer, essentially. How you can come from selling little crack rocks to having a big multi-million-dollar empire, to your girlfriend getting locked up and doing 3 years for you because she won't snitch, because you got the right one, sir.
See who got smoked, what rumors were spread. Last I heard I was dead with 6 to the head. Then I got the phone call, it couldn't hit me harder. We got infiltrated, like Nino at the corner. Heard Tech got murdered in the town I never heard of by some bitch named Alberta over nickel-plated burners. And my bitch, swear to God, she won't snitch. I told her when she hit the bricks, I make the hooker rich.
But at the end of the day, of course, you know, he know about that life. Like I said, he really was about it. He was selling drugs. He apparently, even when he was on that hiatus with Uptown the Bad Boy, he was selling drugs during that time just to make sure he can keep his food on the table. So, hey, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Unfortunately, like you said, in the hood, you better sell crack rocks or have a good jump shot. At that time, that was pretty much it. Like, it wasn't really easy to get out of that struggle, and that's why it's called everyday struggle, because you gotta keep keep scratching and surviving to get through that everyday struggle. So, another bye. Then we get to the song I had to skip. It's me and my B.I.G. Okay, I try not to curse too much on here. Okay, this song starts off with Puff asking this girl, "Would you kill for me?" And she was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Hell no." No, that was an easy question. Then he says one of the most suspect lines until we get to another song in this album where I was like, "Sir, this man said she's so good looking, I suck her daddy's." I'm sorry, what? I literally turned this. I was like, "Sir, what did you just say?" Apparently, this is a joke by Richard Pryor. I must have missed this comedy special because I don't remember this joke. Apparently, Richard Pryor said this in a joke, pretty much verbatim, the same exact joke. I'm just trying to figure out where's the funniness in this. Because we always talk about how gay people are infiltrating hip hop. I mean, that's a little suspect. That's all I'm saying. It's just a little suspect. Then he talked about how he was beating on women and I turned it off. Because I don't need to hear that. There's no way I can put my mindset in the 1994 mindset for that. So I just turned it off. And then we got Big Papa. So we into the good songs. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Okay? This is a pop. Put your hands in the air if you're a true player. If you have never heard any Biggie songs, I'm 100% sure you've heard this song before. Whether it be in a commercial or in a movie, you heard this song before, okay? So I don't gotta really explain to you what it's about. It's about him loving the women's, and this is one of the most respectful songs on this album about women. So we revel in that. I'm happy about that. Of course, we have the Isley Brothers Between the Sheets sample. It's a bop. It is a classic. It is apparently the only song from this album that made it to the top 10. This song was apparently number 6 on the top 10. And funny enough, this album apparently didn't do too well back in the day. Like, it was, I think, let me look at my notes. It peaked at number 15 on the Billboard charts and then became certified 6-time platinum in 2018. So obviously, like, if you put something out and it don't do too well in the beginning, come back, it's gonna do well. I got plenty of videos, I put them up and they did not do well. And then I come back months later and it's like, whoa, this has like how many views? So, you know, just wait for your turn, boo. But yes, this was the only song on this album that made the top 10 and definitely worth it. Like, and from what I've read, it was apparently inspired by G-Funk. We didn't see my 93 to Infinity video. I explained what G-Funk is. It's kind of like the gangsta funk that was coming from the west side. It was inspired by Snoop Dogg. That's where kind of the beat, the change up to the Between the Sheets instrumental came from, and it's a bop. Okay, and then we have Respect. Okay, I like this one. This one has a little reggae feel to it.
I made it out, I'm bringing mad joy. The doctor looked and said he's gonna be a bad boy.
Me and respect to all the gunman them. Gunman alone keep gunman friends. Fire burn, me and the informer them. Informer alone keep informer friends.
And immediately I caught that KC and the Sunshine Band. I Get Lifted sample. I knew it immediately, but a bop. This song is essentially, again, about life to now. He was born with his umbilical cord wrapped around his neck, and his mom was mad at him because he was doing drugs. He was selling drugs at 13 and kicked him out the house because he wasn't going to school. Then he got locked up. When he got locked up, he ended up broke because all the money he had stacked up had to go to the bail. So they came back, and now he on a come up, and that's kind of the story of Biggie's life. Okay, so that one is another one I really liked, and I like the little, like I said, the reggae feel. I had Diana King in there, and everybody like bop. It's a whole bop. Then we have Friend of Mine. This one I could kind of put myself in the headspace of a 1994 person. This one didn't upset me as much because essentially it's just about how you effing somebody, I'm effing yo somebody. You F my friend, I F your sister. We all effing each other, so how we gonna be loyal to each other? Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got from that one. Next one we have is Unbelievable, the DJ Premier beat, which is fire. Fire. The beat is fire. The song is alright. It has an R. Kelly sample, which again, 1994. I mean, he was problematic in 1994 too, but we wasn't talking about it then. Anyway, it has an R. Kelly sample in the chorus. It's alright. It's a good. I love the beat. The beat is the best part of the song. It is a great song. It apparently samples "Impeach the President" by the Honey Dippers. I got that one as well. Honey Drippers. I'm sorry. And it's a bop. It's a good beat, and the flow is alright. It's not my favorite lyrically, actually. Don't shoot me, but it's not my favorite lyrically. But it is a great song, beat wise. And then we have the song that triggered me and made me not be able to finish or do this video, Suicidal Thoughts. Now, I'm giving you a very strict warning. If you are listening to this album and you have depression or have ever had suicidal thoughts or ideations, don't listen to this song. Don't listen to the song. He literally says, I want to die and go to hell because I'm a piece of shit. So, you see where that's going. Then he talks about how his mom should have had an abortion, and he doesn't want to go to heaven because there's a bunch of goody goodies, and God probably be on some strict stuff. And I mean, I see that. But you know, it is very much about a person who is going through a very bad mental crisis, and then at the end he shoots himself. So don't listen to this song. Don't if you don't have suicidal thoughts or ideations. I don't know why you would want to listen to this song, but you can. I guess you can. Then we got Who Shot Ya, which we all know is apparently a diss to Tupac because this song came out apparently right after he got shot in Bronx. So, I mean, I think that was a pretty clear story of who did it. Because they all automatically figured it was Biggie and his people who did it because they was already beefing at this point. So, I mean, if you've never heard the song, I've actually heard the song before. It's an okay bop. And then the last one is another triggering one because this one, not only does he say some hella suspect stuff, he makes a joke about having sex with Raven Simone, who at this time was 9 years old. And then he says, and I'm quoting him, smack Tina Turner, she had flashbacks of Ike. So I turned that off. And the suspect line he made was, I'd F RuPaul before I F them ugly escaped bitches. Again, sir, you didn't have to say it. You could have just not said anything. Or you could have just called him ugly. You didn't have to put the RuPaul part in there. Sir, you giving me suspect vibes. But no one talked about this at the time, so I guess we didn't think that. And I'm not saying it on a homophobic tip. I'm just saying, anyway, that is my review of Ready to Die. Besides the very 2021 criticism I just gave it, I actually really like the album. Funny enough, I really like this album. Actually, the more violent songs in the beginning, I liked more. Funny enough, all of the songs about women, we could get rid of them all besides Big Papa. We still keep that one. Every other song can go. Every other song can go. But all the rest of the songs on this album is a bop. So, and if you're into that type talk, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all said to me in the Wu-Tang one when they were talking about torturing people, he was like, yeah, that's normal. That's what we do all the time. I'm like, I bet. Like, if that's what you do all the time, cool. But like, also, I don't. So, again, this is just my thoughts as an awkward black nerd. I am in no way, shape, or form talking about anybody who likes this type of stuff or making it seem like it's bad. Like I said, lyrically, Biggie is definitely top for me, especially after listening to this whole album. Because, I mean, already, Juicy is lyrically great. Big Papa lyrically great. But now all these other songs are as well. So, hey, I can't hate on it. You got the talent. Like, it's just, ain't for me. Some of it. That's it. So with that being said, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you didn't like the video, let me know why in the comments. I'm sure y'all got comments. Give me the comments, give me the criticism, give me suggestions and stuff. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. I do have videos for this week. As you may know, I've been doing the reviews of Insecure. I kind of had a hiatus on that, but the new season is coming out this weekend. So we're doing 2 in a week. Okay, so that'll be up either Wednesday or Thursday. And then, like I said, next Monday we're doing Tupac, and then I have a girlfriend take a black card this Friday. So there will be videos for ya. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Anyway, I'll see y'all then.